Ah! so as soon as I came out of the pitch, guys, the chair started pushing me. It's like I'm being felt up by the seat. So I'm at Sim Racing Expo 2023, and we have here Grit Racing Total Immersion, and what I think is possibly one of the more interesting things on show at Sim Racing Expo, which is this seat in particular. They've got a whole sim rig with actuators, but this seat in particular is using a technology where the sides of the seat has inflatable bladders that inflate depending on the G loading in the game. So how does the actual bladder system work? Like what's going on there?
Good question, James. Thank you for having me. So we are having a compressor which is producing compressed air, and then we are putting it into the seat with our valves, which we are controlling with our own electronics and our own software. So we are a team of three. Philip and Leon are supporting and developing with me together this system. And the software is getting the G-force data out of the simulations, whether it's Assetto Corsa, iRacing, or Formula One, also console. We just plug in the LAN cable, and then we will get the data. And from that, we will control our valves, and they are opening and closing so that we can get in the pressured air into the seat.
Okay, so how much pressure is preloaded on those lines?
So that is also part of our development, and we have different pressure levels that depending on the G-forces. So what we are giving you into the seat cushions is, if you have like the highest available G-forces, then you will get the highest pressure, but above 1 bar you will not feel anything. So we have to regulate it below this level.
Okay, and so at the moment you have the two, like one bladder on the left,
exactly,
one on the right.
The cushions are installed behind the seat. Sorry for the hole. This is because we have cutted something, and then this is our prototype. We made it last second before the product. And so the cushions are behind this, the cover, and they will inflate and deflate depending on the situation in the corner.
And so at the moment you have two at the bottom of the chair basically, but is there potential to have more bladders on the chairs in the future, or
yes.
different positions?
What we want to have, right now we have our prototype bladders, which are a little bit shorter. We will have bladders all over the seat for the whole side of the seat. And also there will be another version which is containing an active seat belt, which is pulling you into the seat if you're braking. And also then we will have a bladder in the back, which is giving you the sense of immersion when you are accelerating, that you will get pushed in the back. But right now we just have the lateral G-forces simulated with those bladders in the sides.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to jump onto I like to call it the bladder seat now. I don't know, what do you call
it? The G seat.
The G seat. I think they want to call it the G seat. What would be
the G spot for real racers? That's what we say.
The G spot for real racers. Okay, sim racers gotten a bit dirty this year, I have to say, guys. We're going to jump in, and I'm going to feel the G spot for sim racers for the very first time. Can't wait to get on it. Let's get in and do some AC with this and be bladder tickled. You won't believe who the cameraman is filming this. We have a little rotation of the camera so you can see who the cameraman is. Oh, look at that face! Look at that face! Amazing camera work. Go and subscribe to Jardier if you haven't. Ah! So as soon as I came out of the pitch, guys, the chair started pushing me. It's like I'm being felt up by the seat. Okay, that's quite nice, right? Jardier's going to have to try this out. He'll love it. So, it feels weird. It feels like I'm being touched up by the chair. So, it feels really weird. Right. So the force feedback is basically really low on the wheel, so you can focus on the chair on this rig. That's actually quite cool. So as you turn, you feel it load up, and depending on that G load, it increases, and then it gradually I'm going to miss that totally. The inflation of the seat of the actual pad. Gradually decreases after you've come out of the corner, but surprisingly there's quite a large range of loading up of that, and then as you turn more and you feel more, it strengthens up and really squeezes you. I would say, I think personally I would like it if it decreased quicker, like it lost its pressure faster. But that loading up of it and that feeling that squeeze is quite nice. And also the fact that when you keep adding to the turn, it then adds more. Oh, I'm missing the corners here. Let's try wiggling left and right here and see what's going on. So we're going to go right, left, and you can see the G loading up, and then as I turn left and right, the bladders left and right are inflating. What I would say, personally, I would like it to inflate a bit quicker and uninflate quicker, and I would actually like the whole chair to be doing that. I'd like to be cushioned in like I've been in a road traffic accident and all the airbags have gone off. But that's really, really interesting. I can see with this setup and then dialed into your own preference how that can add a load to the immersion and the experience of feeling like you've actually got a bit of load on you. Because when you do sim racing, obviously your rig's static, nothing's happening, you really don't have that G-force experience at all. So this sort of inflatable bladder combined with the straps, I can see being a really interesting way to get rid of that static feeling that you get with driving simulators.
So we are using right now our prototype cushions.
Yeah.
So those bladders have a smaller diameter, and that is the reason why the inflation and deflation is a bit slower.
Okay.
Because our real prototype cushions, they were ripped apart 3 days before the expo.
Okay.
And they were super expensive and had a super long lead time to get them.
Yeah.
So we have to develop further on that. So that's unfortunately the reason why you had smaller cushions now, which are a bit slower.
Okay.
But the final seat will have way better bladders, which are inflating way quicker, deflating quicker, and are bigger. So you will have the sensation until your shoulder, and not just in the bottom.
So they basically just fixed my complaints there on the spot.
Exactly.
But I think that's the thing with these types of system. I think either the motion paddles you see on some chairs, but this bladder system is a quite proven way of doing this. So Formula One teams have been using these types of solutions. I think the real key will be getting this into a way that everyone at home can have this sort of stuff. And maybe will you be selling a chair that people could just buy with it all pre-done?
Absolutely, that's one of the solutions we are offering already now in our crowdfunding campaign.
Okay.
And we want to see how many people really want that. So if we can gather enough money, then we will start with this series production and deliver the whole system, also including the active seat belts and also having a bladder in the back, which is giving you the longitudinal G-forces immersions. Before we just have the lateral for now and here, the prototype.
Okay, well, I think that's most of it. It's basically an introduction. Unfortunately, at trade shows, stuff's set up for everyone to jump in, so you can't really get a full-on test of it. Really nice of you to offer to send me a full setup at home. Appreciate that.
No worries.
I like to get my G-spot, my G-seat G-spot tickled every single day. Who doesn't? But guys, do you have a website that you'll be?
Yeah, it's crit-racing.com.
We'll put that in the description. Make sure you check it out. But this, I think, was one of the more interesting and innovative things I've seen at Sim Racing Expo. So thank you very much for letting us grace your seat and let me get my G-seat experience there.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming by.
But thanks for watching the video, guys, as well. Make sure to click the subscribe button, make sure to click the like button, make sure to flag all of Jardier, cameraman Jardier's content. But until the next one, happy tea drinking, take care, and goodbye.